so the post that you're looking at right now is when Space Jam came out on Blu-ray, and I recreated that photo while I was in college. So that's even earlier before that. Like, I'm so young in both of those photos, but especially in that first one. You're a winner, you gotta keep pushing.
I don't even remember it. I watched it last night and I remember this.
Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4, and then a shitty animation one. But the one that I'm gonna pick, which I stand by, because I gave it a second shot and was like, nope, not for me. Wait, no, I have a new. Thank you for having me.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm excited to be back in town. It's been like a year and a half. I was here last January.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I think I came to see you were in Soho Theatre last January? Yeah. I came to see the show.
Downstairs? Anyway,
Yeah, downstairs.
Yeah.
I came to see it then.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming.
So good.
Thank you. It's a weird room to do my show in because it's like got those stairs, and I feel like there's always a thing where I'm like, all right, and how do I do an entrance that's doesn't make me fall on my face? But glad to be in the upstairs this time and doing it.
Yeah, the upstairs is very different.
I've
only done the upstairs once,
Oh, yeah.
and it was but the time I did it, they had a theatre show in there, and so they had this big stage on there.
Yeah.
And like this big circular exit, kind of like going across the stage. So like you kind of had to like go through it to come out, like to get onto the stage.
Yeah.
You look very odd.
There's a big theatrical show that is on in that room before mine this time around, and it's so fun watching them have to like tear it down and just being like, I guess we'll figure out. Like, it's like I just got to sort of wait for them to do a lot of tear down before I can set up.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine, but I am just like, okay, well, take your time.
I also imagine yours has a lot of stuff in it as well.
It does, but it's mostly instruments this time.
Oh, okay. That's
not as
bad.
much like physical props.
Yeah.
But it is just like we got to trot out a piano and then 2 guitars and a keytar, and I'm like, well, just let's. Yeah.
Does the robot make a?
Sure does.
Yes.
Robot's back in a different context this time, but I am just like it's just a fun sort of like my recurring character.
I love it so much. That's like one of my favorite bits from the last show.
It was thank you. It was very fun. I think it's also just a fun surprise of everyone being like, I thought this was a one-man show. Who is this?
Yeah, you have so many bits in your show. Well, in the last show where it was just like people, like audience plants, and like people backstage, and like you had the Britannic people guys because they directed it, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and they really urged me to do the show, which was so awesome. They're so lovely, and I think the show came together really well because of them. And they're so busy now, having done like 2 movies this year, and one of them having a kid.
Crazy.
I'm just like, I keep texting them being like, do you guys think you want to come see me? It's like, I know you can't direct it, but maybe you want to give me notes on my show. And I'm like,
some notes, please.
Yeah. But I love those guys so much.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you were saying upstairs, like you're very happy with how it's come along so far.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done 2. Yeah, 2. I've already lost track. I've done 2 of my 6 shows in town, preparing for Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And it's gone well. There's a new song in the show that I sort of had to, I have to figure out how to like weave in and introduce it. But the response has been good, and people have been like, it's laugh heavy, it's gag heavy. I'm like, that's good. I still feel like it's that thing of like, have you heard the Paul Newman ranch dressing story?
I'm aware he's got ranch dressing, but I don't know anything about it.
I think about this all the time. A friend told it to me, but it's basically like, now I'm like, this is just going to be a long fable. It's not super long, but basically the idea is that when Paul Newman made the Newman's Own ranch dressing like at his ranch, people would come to visit and taste it. They were like, this is incredible. You absolutely have to sell this.
Yeah.
And eventually they were like, okay, we will. And they sort of went through the formula of trying to figure out how to make it in a way that was packageable and to put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
And they realized the only way to do it and make it like fresh and keep it like good enough to be on the shelf for a little bit was to make a version of it that's like a little bit diluted.
Right.
And so that was what they sold. And everyone who made the ranch dressing was just like, oh, this sucks. It's not as good as the original. It's fucking bad, and we should be upset that we're selling this. Worldwide, everyone's like, this is incredible. Thank God. Like, holy shit, this is the greatest ranch dressing. But all they can think is like, yeah, but it's not the original.
It's not the original, yeah.
And I feel like that's how I feel as a performer sometimes, where people are like, this is awesome, it's so good. I'm just like, I fucked up this little thing.
Yeah.
I just shouldn't. No, it was a bad show. And it's like, people are like, it's great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've heard Questlove talk about that when they're on stage, of like each of them will point to they'll like make a note of who each of them who has made like however many mistakes within the show.
Oh God.
But like they'll make it as a joke and they'll just like play off against each other. But like, yeah, and nobody notices that.
No. And also I think with live music sometimes too, especially when you're playing with a band and you're really good and really in sync, you kind of get into a rhythm of like, oh, you fuck up and you turn it into something. Especially as a drummer. You very much are just like, oh, time to a double stick on that one.
Yeah.
But I think this show is there's some like free form, but because it's a lot of songs, I do feel like it is less of me responding to the audience, except for little moments here and there. And I get very lucky that I have enough goodwill from the audience that when something does fuck up, it's like they're on my side about it. Like one of the biggest laughs I got last night was me having to be like, I'm sorry, I fucked this up. We have to do it again. And everyone just be like, okay. But yeah.
It's interesting though, because like, I feel like with your shows, I'd be like sitting there going, is this part of it? Like,
that's I've really I've built a lot of goodwill, but also there's a lot of like fake trickery in my shows that makes people just think any mistake is part of it. And I'm like, that's good because I just will make mistakes sometimes. But I'm glad that I've built in a way that people are like, he's trying to set us up. And I'm like, nope, I fell.
I once had a bit that when it just like, so I had a slideshow up and the slide ended up being in the wrong place and it came at another time and I just ad-libbed on it. But it got like such a reaction that I like then started putting it into the show and faking the way that it goes.
I might be doing that soon after one thing that happened last night that made everyone laugh so hard that I was just like, I'm glad that plays, but now I'm like, I should just fake it every night. But I think also this is a show where the more things that go wrong, the better it is at the end.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. I'm not able to see it this time round, but like I will come and see it eventually.
I'm sure I'll be back.
You definitely.
I'm always here.
You're in Edinburgh this year, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing the full run?
Sure am.
Nice.
All 25 days, I guess.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, I'm excited.
You had a great time. Yeah, you had a great run last time.
That's the only reason I'm doing the full run. Just, I enjoyed it so much last time, and I felt like I really people were like, oh man, 30 days is rough. And I was like, okay, I guess we'll prepare for that. And then about 3 days in, I was like, no, I'm excited to do this every night.
That's
I'm
great,
like, let's get to the night. I want to do the show.
Oh, great. Yeah. I was up there at the same time and I was wanting to go and see it, but I clashed every night and I just like, I cannot make this work.
I have a lot of friends that's been, I have friends where it's like, I clashed with them at the Melbourne Comedy Fest when I was doing the show.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then I clashed with them again at Fringe and I'm like, this sucks. We'll never see each other's shows. But I'm like, I'll figure it out. I'll find an off day or something.
Yeah. Is there anyone you're excited to see up there that you can think of?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is I always forget who's going to be up there, but I have a lot of friends who are up there. My friend Elf Lyons, terrific.
Yeah.
She's going to be up there. My friend Frankie McNair, I saw her show in Melbourne, terrific. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this show, but Conk, who it's the same. The show is called same song over and over for an hour. Really funny. I met him in Melbourne and just found him so charming and funny. Who else? My friend Abby Govindan.
Oh, Abby, yeah, Abby's great. Yeah. Abby's here at the moment as well.
Yes, yeah. Tom Clarkson does a show called Mr. Thing that I'm very excited to see. I guess I have like a short list. I was just like, I don't know if I know it. It's like here's 4. But yeah.
Oh, I'm excited to see Abby's as well because she came and did a show I produced recently. Like she's here all the time now.
Yeah.
She's here constantly.
Yeah, she essentially lives here. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seems to be living all over Europe at the moment.
She travels more than anyone I know, and I'm like, I couldn't be me. I complain about traveling like 4 times a year.
It's so funny because like the first time I met her was over Zoom for this actually like 6 years ago, and it's just like like I've known her since then, which is just but like come to see her like a number of times since then. But yeah, she's always here. It's great.
She loves it.
Yeah. So you're here to talk about I asked. You're one of the only people I've specifically asked to like talk about a movie, but I feel like it had to be this had to be reserved for you.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
And it's Space Jam.
Space Jam.
So it's the original Space Jam, not a new
legacy. Yeah,
a new legacy. Yeah, not a new legacy.
I have no defense for that one.
I don't think anyone does.
No.
But yeah, you have like a long history with this. Well,
I do.
You do have a long history with this.
A strange long history with it.
And this is kind of like one of the first. I feel like it's one of the first times I came across you as well. Was from
the meme.
Was from the song.
Oh, really? Oh, I have a history even older.
Wait. What was the meme?
So this is a crazy story, and I was like, I'm shocked that you know about it. Basically, when I was like maybe 13 through 15, I used to be a really I won't say big part, but I just like it was like a big part of my social life. I was really involved in this video game forum called Destructoid that I don't know
Okay.
if they're around anymore. But basically, there was a lot of us that just became friends off of this forum and would make like little blog posts about stuff. And one time I was like, oh, I found a bunch of stuff from when I was a kid, which for me would have been like, what, 6 years prior than that? I don't know why I
Yeah.
was like, wow, what's a discovery? But so I like did a thing where I like was like, you guys remember this one? You guys remember? And it was like a copy of Zumbinis, a copy of whatever. And then I had a copy of Space Jam, and
Yeah.
I took a photo where the idea was that I was blinking while I took the photo.
Yeah.
It didn't look like that. It looks like I was nutting from like there's a but and then I posted that online, and people ran with that and just started making it a thing where they would like post that repeatedly. I bet if you look
I'm gonna try.
Space Jam Kid, you might find it. But maybe not. It's been so long.
I'm trying to find it now.
Crazy that my photo currently. Oh, try without Demi Adejuyigbe, because I actually don't know if people know it's me.
Oh, right.
Their very first.
I
Yeah,
remember this.
yeah, that's me.
What? Oh, I remember this.
Really wild.
But people don't know it's you.
People, I mean, I'm sure people do, but I don't think they immediately connect. I feel like I have a very weird history with the internet where a lot of people are like, "Oh, you were this guy,"
This is 15. This is from Reddit 15 years ago.
and the post that you're looking at right now is when Space Jam came out on Blu-ray, and I recreated that photo while I was in college. So that's even
Jesus.
earlier before that. Like, I'm so young in both of those photos, but especially in that first one. But yeah, I took that photo, and it became a meme. It became a big thing on 4chan, and I hated seeing that because it got racist real quick.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But outside of that, it was just like, oh, that was my first, I guess, cultural connection to Space
way.
Jam outside. Yes,
I remember this from so long ago.
Mhm.
I had no idea that was you.
I know it's really wild. And then the song that I think you're referring to is from my podcast, Punch Up the Jam.
Which was like that was one of the. I don't know if that was one of the first things that I discovered you from,
Yeah.
but like I remember your Twitter from like a long time ago.
Mhm.
But then you had Punch Up the Jam in like what 2018, 2017?
Must have been, yeah, definitely pre-COVID.
Yeah.
But I think 2018, 2019 was
Yeah.
about the time. And yeah,
And this was one of the big ones that really took off, I feel like.
the song.
Yeah.
Maybe I
remember it's going everywhere.
oh really?
Yeah.
Good to know now. I'm always, I think with stuff like that, I'm always just like, I don't know it's big until it's like being mentioned to me by other people. But I feel like Punch Up the Jam was a podcast I did where the premise was we take popular songs and dissect them musically and dissect the lyrics, and then we jokingly have the idea of like, this can be a song that's fixed, so we do a punch up of it, which is just like a way that we've rewritten or edited the song. And it was so much fun. If I ever did a podcast again, I would bring this back.
Yeah.
The only problem is that it's so much work.
That's what I was about to say.
every
It's
single
like
week.
such a great premise and it's
Yeah.
such a great podcast, but like my God, the work you must have had to
Yeah.
put into it.
It was. I do think it's like it gave me. It's sort of in a way, because it's like a lot of the stuff I'm doing in my show is Punch Up the Jam where it's like
Yeah.
I'm doing a take on this, or I'm doing a take on this. I have a song in my show that is essentially if I did a Punch Up the Jam of How I Beat Shaq
Yeah.
by Aaron Carter. But it's so fun to do and it's so much work. But one we did was for Space Jam. We talked about the theme by Quad City DJs, which great theme, really,
it's so good, yeah.
unimpeachable theme.
Yeah.
And I did a punch up for it that was me going like this song doesn't talk about the plot of Space Jam, and so we were like, well, why don't we do one that does talk about the plot of Space Jam? And yeah,
It's so funny. Like,
thank you.
and like, yeah, because that was what I was gonna say. Like, essentially, what you've done in that song is just recap the plot,
Yeah.
and like that's essentially what we do across the whole of this podcast.
Yeah.
But like, we'll sprinkle in things. But like, the fact that you've literally just done it in your song lyrics is so funny.
Thank you. Yeah,
And like, I used to love when you would release. You've kind of taken a step back from doing it now, haven't you? Of like releasing like the song, you would like release like the fake song within
Oh yeah,
a movie. Like
it's
from,
funny
like,
you say
like an
I
end
took
credit song.
You say I took a step back from doing that. I literally did it last night, just after seeing Disclosure Day. But it's like it's a thing that's like I took a step back from doing it regularly, of it being like every year at the Oscars I'll do that, just because I think there's a lot of things I do where I'm like it's fun to do on my own schedule, but not when everyone's like you gotta do it for this. And I'm like leave me alone.
Like your September videos, where it's just like no, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I think when it's like when it comes to me, I'm like it's fun to make these on like but not regularly. But at the end of Disclosure Day, something happens that it made me just immediately think, like it'd be very funny if it turned into a song.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I'm just gonna make one, and I did like just before I went to bed and posted it, being like, also I love being in a different time zone because I can just be like, I'm just gonna post this, and it's not my business anymore. I'm going to bed. But yeah, I do feel like it's really fun to do the like end credit raps.
It's so funny.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like I love all the Will Smith ones.
Yeah,
every time you do the Will Smith ones, and then like a Childish Gambino and just
so thank you. I think it's also like a very fun like creative exercise to be like I want this to be good, and like it's like a puzzle. Like I want it to lyrically work. I want to make sure it feels right, like it scans right, that it doesn't feel like doesn't sound anything like him. It's like I want it to.
It's like lyrically, it's got to sound like them, and like the intonation and like everything. It's very hard to do that.
Yeah, I think that's why I enjoy it so much. I like just like walking around and just being like, what is the right word for this, and then be like, no, I got to undo that entirely.
But then it's also got to be funny as well.
Yeah,
yeah, that's really it's a really good creative exercise.
Thank you.
Yeah,
yeah,
I love it. Like so with the Space Jam one, so you came into that with doing it through Punch Up the Jam, but like is it something that you discussed wanting to do? Was this like a song that you picked outright because you wanted to do something from Space Jam, or is it because you wanted to, or is it something that like people suggested to you? Or?
I'm honestly not sure. I want to say that it's something that I did just because I was like, we want to talk about Space Jam. But I feel like a lot of the songs we did were just us going like, what a good song, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of that for sure. I remember.
Yeah. And it's funny because the entire premise of the podcast is like we have to shit on it, but it's like a lot of times it's just going, this rocks.
Yeah.
And like, even when it was us shitting on us, it's like, yeah, but we chose to listen to it for an hour. We like the song enough to discuss it. It's just
for sure,
more fun to come at it with a critical lens.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
And I think that's it's almost the opposite of this, where it's like so many people are shitting on these movies, but like people love them still.
Yeah.
And like I want people to kind of come in and like talk about things that they actually love and bring that joy to it that they don't that it's not usually there for a lot of these things. So like Space Jam, I feel like you're like a few years younger than me, but I also feel like people of sort of like our age bracket are kind of so in love with this movie, and then everyone else is just not.
Yeah, it's a real you had to be there kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I feel like this goes against the premise of me having to talk about this movie, but so it was the 30th anniversary. I guess it's this year's the 30th anniversary of Space Jam.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be.
Which is crazy. Warner Brothers did a promotional event for the movie, where they were like they took over the Warner Brothers lot and put up a bunch of like they had basketball hoops and things where you can make a custom hat and all this stuff. And I was invited. I went with my friend, and then they did a screening of the movie, and it was the first time I'd seen it in a while, and it does not look good. It does not hold up. And I feel crazy saying that because I do love. Here's the thing: I will still defend it. I think it's still the kind of movie that people are like down on in a way where I'm like, this is just you looking back at something that you love with kid gloves, and not being generous enough with it.
Oh yeah.
But I specifically remember being like, why does it look like that?
I just pulled up your Letterboxd review.
Yeah.
I remember I saw this review. And I was just like, that's so funny. But like you wrote is, why are they all shaded like that?
Yeah, why are they all? It's like they were like, we want this to look 3D or like look, but it's also just like they kind of just drew the shading on, and I'm like, it really looks bad on a big screen. It kinda,
no!
I think it's also just because it looks like the shading and the lighting is moving around separately from the character, and it's like just a hand drawn animation thing of them trying to do 3D and hand drawn animation.
Yeah.
And I really respect that, especially now in an age where like everything's so automated and even just
for sure.
attempts at hand-drawn animation still look very digital. But I just couldn't stop thinking like this. It really doesn't look great. It's still a funny movie and still a fun movie. But yeah.
It's like I rewatched it last night I rewatched it on my phone.
Mhm.
It's like, so it's very different to how.
Yeah.
It's
I also don't know if they were playing like a remastered version or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's still, if someone were like, I want to watch Space Jam tonight, I'd be like, okay, great. It's fun. Michael Jordan accepts being in the Looney Tunes world too quickly.
I did think that.
Yeah.
I did think that.
He's just sort of like, all right, guys, we got to teach you to. I'm like, no, get out of there. You have kids, dog. Where do they think you are right now?
And then one of the first things he says is, he's like, well, not one of the first things he says, but he says it to Danny DeVito's character. He goes, if you, he's just like, I'll make you a deal. If I win, I get to go home and you free all the people. If not, I'll stay here forever.
Crazy.
Really,
it's
he's just so on board with it.
That's the most Michael Jordan thing about it, though, because he is a gambling addict. So he's just going like, "Fuck it, I'll do it. Yeah. If I win, you let me go." And it's like, hey, don't do that. Don't do that at all.
I didn't even associate it with gambling, but that's so
right.
True.
Yeah, he's just sort of like, tell you what, and it's like, this wasn't on the plate. You offered this. It's very. I feel like there's a few things in this movie that I look back at it now with a little more knowledge of who Michael Jordan is, and like seeing parts of The Last Dance, and I'm just like, it's really funny how much of his personality is genuinely on display here. Where it's like, just the fact that like he is like a lot nicer here than he is in real life, presumably, but it also is just like the fact that he's like, I'm gonna make a challenge and that'll do it. The fact that he is so stringent about who he plays with, the fact that he's what's it? Just even including the baseball stuff, which is so funny because I'm like, I wouldn't highlight that as like a good part of your life.
No. Do you know the conspiracy theory? Yeah, it's so great, isn't it?
It's great.
It's like so if anyone who doesn't know, the conspiracy theory is that he was such a gambling addict that the NBA let him go and he went on to play baseball because like they didn't want it to come out.
Yeah.
And then he went to play baseball for what, a year or two, and then he came back to the NBA.
He was basically on what's it called? That like he was essentially benched, but it was just like they were like, you're suspended from the game, and instead of doing that, he was just like, I'm gonna retire and play baseball then. Yeah. Which is so fun. Do you know the other conspiracy theory?
I don't think so.
About his dad? That his father was killed over his gambling debts.
I've heard this, yes.
Which I'm like, I don't want to touch that, but wow. But
that's pretty dark. And then is that him? Because it also like his dad apparently wanted him to play baseball his whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is there something?
Is
there something there?
Maybe.
Yeah, not in the movie. In the movie, it opens with his dad wanting him to go into basketball.
Yeah. Also, his dad being like, "What you gonna do, kid?" He's like, "I'm gonna." And it's just whenever. This is a thing. It's like a jukebox musical thing, especially. But like whenever in a movie they flash back to when they were a kid and they just predict their whole life, I'm like, no, that's not how it works for anybody.
That's never been the case.
I love the idea that we're supposed to believe that it's good for a story, but I'm like, just tell us you want to do something else, and then just be like, he really loved basketball though. He's like, I'm gonna be the first astronaut. I'm gonna be the first man to walk on the moon, and then he's like, I want to play basketball instead. I don't know. That always gets me in a movie, and I'm like, it's a kid's movie. It's a dumb nitpick, but
but it is funny. Like,
it is so funny every time.
I love it. It's such a cliche as well of like kids movies. I feel like I'm trying to think of like some other ones, but it's I've seen it in so many, and then it's also like the musical biopics as well do it a lot. But I'm trying to think of like. So do you remember the first time you saw this?
I mean, it must have been as a kid. I don't think I have any strong memory of.
You don't have a strong memory of it?
No.
I would have seen it. So this is 96, so I would have been 7, and I went to see this. I remember.
Really?
I remember going to see this.
I wonder if I went to see. I would have been 4 or maybe 3. But yeah, I must have seen it in theaters. But I wonder. It's like. I also think there are a few movies that I saw so many times as a kid because it'd be like, oh, they need to put something on the TV at daycare or whatever. Yeah. And this is definitely one of them.
What are the other ones?
Grease.
They put on Grease at daycare.
Grease is a core memory. It's absolutely they did. They put on Neverending Story, which I was always like, this is boring. And I would take a nap and then wake up and I'm like, oh my God, is it really never ending? How'd they do that? Which is funny because now it's a 90-minute movie. I don't know.
It's 90 minutes, but it's a long 90.
They got a lot in there. And then this movie, Gone Fishing, with Danny Glover and Joe Pesci.
Yeah, I remember that.
I got to rewatch that. That's the one where I'm like, I remember the catchphrase, but I don't remember the movie.
I remember the poster.
Yeah, a great poster. This movie starts off with such a bang though, because I do feel like even in theaters, like the rewatching it again, the way that those credits hit, it feels good. It feels powerful.
It
You're like, oh,
does.
you're really rocked in for it. And it's like, you don't really have that in movies anymore where they're just like, Michael Jordan, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is awesome, actually. I'm so in on this.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's such a good opening.
It really is.
And like, one of the things that we're talking about is like the music, but like the soundtrack to this is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I remember going to see this and then getting the soundtrack on CD and repeatedly playing it.
Yeah.
It opens with "Fly Like an Eagle."
Really good cover.
Yeah, great cover. Then it's got something called "The Winner" by Coolio. I don't remember what.
Oh yeah, you're a winner. You gotta keep pushing.
Still, I don't even remember it. I watched it last night. And I don't remember this.
The thing is, even separately from the movie, I've listened to the soundtrack so many times. So there's so many songs that I listen to. But like, the one that I don't like, it's like I know it, but it's not stuck in my head. But a crazy fact: the song "Buggin'," performed by Bugs Bunny, written by Jay-Z.
I've just seen. Yeah.
Insane.
And there's another one. The other crazy one on this is "Basketball Jones" by Barry White and Chris Rock.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm like, what? You do a kids movie about basketball, and you're like, I want a Chris Rock interlude in there.
And do you know what this is a cover as well?
Yes,
it's a cover of a Cheech and Chong song.
It sure is,
which is crazy.
Basketball Jones. It's which is so they were like, we want to church this up for the kids, but we still want to make sure a raunchy comedian is involved.
Yeah,
yeah.
At the height of like his raunchiness as well. Like he wasn't doing kids movies at this point.
It comes into the movie in a really fun way, though, because it's like when Charles Barkley loses his powers.
Yeah,
and also that entire subplot so funny.
Great,
it's
great. It's such a great idea.
Pure gags, and it's really just like. It would be easy for them to just be like, they stole the guy's powers and that's not a thing anymore. But them tapping back in and being like, we want you to watch as these famous players are just moping around. Yeah. It's great.
And he's the perfect person for that because he's so funny, Charles Barkley. He's like such a funny, he's such a comedic performer.
And also like just, I think it's because it's of a time. Like I don't think you could get this many players to do it so committedly now. Yeah. But it's like, they're not just there for like the scene where they lose their powers.
No.
They're there for a while. They come back and like they're acting. I'm like, it's so fun. And also weirdly physical. The scene where it's like the powers get stolen, they like fall back and stuff. I'm like, damn, these athletes are like they were like, we want to do a good job.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's really surprising as well. Like for them all to be so committed to like a kids film where they're like just this had no IP. Yeah. Well, it did have IP in the Looney Tunes, but like it didn't really like
it wasn't established.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that they wanted to do other Jam movies?
I heard what was the other one I heard? I can't remember the other one.
It was Air Jam, which was going to be, or maybe it was Skate Jam, I think.
Skate Jam. Yeah, Skate Jam with Tony Hawk.
Yeah, which still do it now.
That would be so good.
It would make so much. I think it'd still work. It would work more than a new Legacy did, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. I don't know why. Well, I know why they did it with LeBron, but like it was so boring. And then like the fact like all the people behind it as well, like you've got Ryan Coogler.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Which is weird. Like
sometimes you're a producer and you're there just to like make sure the project gets done, but your creative voice is not in it.
Yeah, I feel like that was the case there.
I also, not to talk too much about A New Legacy, but I feel like so much of that movie is being like, you know what people love about Looney Tunes is the fact that it's IP. What if we have other IP in here? It's like, who cares?
Yeah, it's Ready Player. They've just made Ready Player One.
Yeah, they really don't get the appeal, and it's not like, whoa, is that the Transformers behind them? It's just like, it doesn't matter.
No. Like, why Game of Thrones in this? Why is The Matrix in this?
There's some weird ones too. I think Pennywise is in there.
Pennywise is in there.
Do kids like Pennywise? But yeah, it's A New Legacy is a strange one. And also a little too like they're aware that the algorithm and like the obsession with IP is deadly and make that the plot, but not in a way where they are like fixing that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then Don Cheadle's in it, and like he's too good to be in it.
Yeah. Although it is fun when someone, like, I'm like, in the same way that it's like, you used to have character actors not slumming it, but being like hamming it up as a villain. Yeah. And so I'm like, I like that Don Cheadle plays a guy named Al G. Rhythm.
Yeah.
And is just literally just there to destroy the world. But it's not as like, it doesn't devote enough time to being goofy in the way that Space Jam does.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, you don't have and you kind of get they try to make the Looney Tunes the side characters this time. Like, they don't have a Wayne Knight. They don't have the Bill Murray. Well, they try to do the Bill Murray stuff with Michael B. Jordan, and that just doesn't work.
Oh, that was Yeah, and it was so obvious that was coming as
Of
well.
course, yeah.
Like everyone knows it.
Yeah.
I saw something about Wayne Knight because they offered it to a number of people before.
Really?
Yeah. So it was Michael J. Fox first,
Huh.
then Jason Alexander,
I could see that, but
and
I
then
think,
Chevy Chase.
Oh no. The thing is, Chevy Chase is would play it too, especially his time at this time in history. Like he played cool guys. You know, he was Fletch.
Yeah.
You don't want a guy showing up to be like, I'm also cool.
Yeah.
Like it was sort of him doing the same things the Bill Murray character would.
Yeah,
do.
I would have said I can see him doing the Bill Murray role, but like not the.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
And
have.
if he's doing the Bill Murray role as Chevy Chase, I think we'd all just be like, you seem like.
Yeah.
Bill Murray still had a charm. I think this
exactly.
time.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox is interesting. You get a lot of Michael J. jokes. I think out of that. I think he.
Oh yeah.
It would be he'd have a lot of fun playing like second fiddle to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I think I could see that. Jason Alexander, I'm like a little bit of a parallel move.
It's a parallel move. I think they went to him and then he turned it down and then they went, okay, well who else can we get? Wayne Knight.
I also think Wayne Knight's a better move. Like I think Jason
agree.
Alexander he's doing Seinfeld and it's like not as low status. Like I think Wayne Knight in Seinfeld is a little lower status, a little more you relish in seeing him like lose and be a little like sloppy and messed up than you do Jason Alexander.
I agree. I think Wayne Knight was actually like the perfect person to cast for this.
Truly.
And like he's very funny in this.
He's
and
great.
one of the things actually about him in this movie is like when he gets squished by the Monstars and they do like the CGI kind of thing, and it's like that effect that you never see anymore. But like I don't know if you remember this, but like the face that they put over, they use to like cover them. It's like this really 90s look to it.
Where it's like, is it like he's flat?
Yeah, he's flat.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they used to do it, but it's just so interesting because it's like it brings back such memories of like, oh, everything looked like this in the 90s.
Yeah.
When they tried to do CGI.
Yes, it's a little rubbery. It's less. It's got less texture. It's just. It feels like everything's little spheres, very smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's something really nostalgic about it though.
I love that like you would think it's like, oh no, something happened to him that would kill a man and it doesn't kill him. It's like, well, we're using cartoon effects. And it's like, are they in the real world at that point? No, they're in the Looney.
They're in the Looney. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
It's when they're playing the game.
So fun.
But like Michael Jordan, how much do you know about, like, how familiar are you with like basketball and history and everything? Like, are you like
middlingly so? I have like the cursory knowledge of basketball and then a lot of extra facts, but I've never been someone who like follows the game intently. But
do you know where he was in his career at this point?
He was playing for the Charlotte Hornets at this point. Okay. No.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm asking. Yeah, sorry. I don't actually know.
The movie focus is like very Bulls heavy, which was like 96, 90. Oh, he's at the Bulls right now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, because 96, 97 was the back-to-back championship games.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I think Charlotte Hornets was. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
No.
But yeah, he's in the Bulls at this era.
Okay, so he is still like prime. Is he like?
This is his prime.
This is his prime.
Because like 96, 97 is like him, Scottie Pippen, like it's like the dream team.
Wow. So like that's such a weird, like not parallel. It's such a weird thing to like, kind of like disappear for a little bit and go and make this movie.
Yeah, it must have been like we're gonna do this in the off season, and then you go right back.
I did hear like he was like training before and after filming each day.
Yeah. I'm sure he's also probably the kind of guy who's like, I'm always training.
Yeah.
His whole thing has always just been like, nothing gets in the way of me being the absolute greatest. And I'm like, that's probably made you an awful person, but the results, I can't lie.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Because it's like, I don't know if I could ever be that committed to anything.
No, I don't like winning that much.
No.
There's nothing I want to be the greatest at so much that I wouldn't just be like, I'm going to enjoy my day today.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's why he's Michael Jordan and we're not.
Yeah. But then it's also like, this is why he's seen as he is. And we're not.
Yeah. Well, it's still, the funny thing is like, all that did make, it's like also a different cultural thing where it's like, you couldn't have someone who was that good. I guess LeBron probably was one of the last ones, but it's like, someone who is that good, whose name becomes a shorthand for greatness. Yeah. So quick, like Jordan.
I guess you get Ronaldo, maybe Messi.
Yeah, but I think it's like a thing where it's like it used to happen. It used to be a lot different in an era where there weren't so many celebrities.
Yeah,
like we just don't have a monoculture anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like you can't have new people now where it's like we're gonna use their name as a shorthand for greatness.
Yeah,
Because
and
even Ronaldo is like of an era. It's like he's been around for so long,
he has, yeah,
and so is LeBron.
yeah. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
mean, I'm like maybe Steph Curry, but he's also been around for a while now.
I don't know if I put Steph Curry in that.
No, also same. I don't. Anyway,
And I don't even know that much about. I don't even know a huge amount about basketball, but like I know enough to know that he's not quite at that level.
yeah, the way I see it is like think of things where it's like your mom would be like, I
Exactly,
say
yeah.
Jordan, she's like Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
I say Curry, she's like what?
yeah.
Yeah.
I had a question about the song that you wrote. Then, like, do you remember how long it took you to write this?
I not to brag, I'm very good at writing these.
Yeah.
And I feel like it always takes me less time than I think, or I get into a groove and I sort of end up writing it all. And it's like, I think when it was just a lyric punch up, it'd be very quick. And
Yeah.
I think this one was also I performed it live, so I didn't have to like record it or mix it, which was always nice. I want to say this one took me like an hour or two.
Jesus Christ!
I think it was just sort of the thing where it's like you have the rhythm and you have the jokes that you want to hit, and then
Yeah.
it is just being like, especially when it is just being like, this song is written, you're doing a parody of a song. It's like just sort
Yeah.
of make sure it rhymes, make sure it's in the same sketch and whatnot. But yeah,
But you're also like recapping the film as it goes along.
yeah. It was also me being like, I want to make sure that it's not like, oh, we've covered too much up top, and then at the end it's just like, and wrap up or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is me trying to be like, yeah, at this part be here, at this part be here, and by the end,
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah.
I just wanted to pull like some of the lyrics from it. It's like you put like, "How did this only cost 80 million? Joe Pitcock should have got an Oscar nom."
Things I don't. Well, no, I don't stand by. They also they didn't have a animated Oscar at this point, but
No.
if they did, I would have said yeah, they should have got one.
I'm trying to think what came out in '96 that what else would it? I bet
Yeah.
it would have gone to James and the Giant Peach.
Oh yeah, okay, fair. That's
But I also rewatched that recently,
Mhm.
and it sucks.
really.
It's
Oh
bad.
no, that's Henry Selick, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to rewatch it then. I remember watching as a kid and being like, this movie scared me, but also I being like, oh my god, they said ass at one point. That sucks that it sucks.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
It's like
It also now thinking about this movie, 80 million is
it's a lot.
it's a lot. Yeah. I'm like, how does it only cost 80?
In '96.
Yes.
That's probably like 150 now or
Yeah,
something.
maybe more. That's
That's a
an
lot of money.
expensive movie. And it can't just be like Michael Jordan's fee.
No, he probably got a lot. I don't know what he got.
I'm
for
sure
this,
he got
but,
a lot, but like the animation must have been like really expensive.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow.
But like, do you know what it made? Do you happen to know what it made?
I'm
I've got it here,
gonna
like,
guess 200 million.
230.
See, so they were like, we know this is a good
Yeah,
investment.
yeah.
It
It was the highest grossing basketball movie of all time until like 2 years ago when this movie Slam Dunk. This anime movie.
really?
Yeah.
That's the only one that
And it's just cleared it. It's only just cleared like 250 or something.
that's fascinating. I would have thought something would have been.
Yeah.
There's been so many basketball movies. I
You would
feel
have
like
thought New Legacy would have beaten it even.
well, I think did New Legacy go to streaming?
Oh yes, it did. Yeah, you're right.
But
yeah.
also in theaters, it's not clearing that.
Yeah,
It might have, but it would have been like just people being like, well, there's no other kids movies around right now.
yeah, yeah.
God, the streaming era has stolen so many records from us.
Yeah.
I find that so fascinating.
really
that
weird,
other
isn't it?
basketball movies have
Yeah.
not. I mean, it is culturally. I'm like, when I say basketball movie, I'm like, what else do we have?
think
It's
Space
big.
Jam.
Yeah, but like
I'm trying to think of like other basketball movies now.
Love and Basketball, Coach Carter.
Coach Carter. Yeah, I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised Coach Carter. 'cause
I don't
that-
think Coach Carter was that big though.
I feel like it was really big here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating to me. That Britain went crazy for Coach Carter.
I remember it being a very big thing here.
Huh?
Maybe I'm like misremembering.
No,
but, like,
maybe you're right.
oh, it did not grow. Jeez, it grossed 76 on a 30.
Which is still a win, but I
It's
am
still a
like,
win, but,
yeah,
it's nowhere near.
wow. Highest grossing basketball movie of all time.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's also like that movie Slam Dunk. I'm like, it's the first Slam Dunk,
yeah,
right?
the first slam. Dunk.
I like that movie. I've heard of it before, but I didn't realize it was that big.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's also like I don't think it did that well worldwide. I think it
Yeah.
was just like mainly Japan and China.
which I guess I'm like, if you've got it's still that mostly domestic $250 million gross for an anime,
Crazy.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
So-
watch that.
Some of the other ones, like Mike,
Sure, not gonna be
it's not gonna beat it.
no.
The only one that I could see well, this would have been prior to Space Jam as well, but it's White Man Can't Jump,
Mm-hmm.
which was a great movie.
Yeah.
Everything else like semi-pro. That's not going to do anything.
No. Well, actually, I mean, what is the semi-pro? Because I'm like, it's still a Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly like comedy.
That's true. Wow, the budget for that was 90 million.
I guess basketball movies are expensive to shoot.
Grossed 44 million.
Oh, whoa.
Jeez.
Okay, big flop.
In like prime Will Ferrell time.
Yeah. This might have been what started the decline, honestly.
Yeah. Wow, that's really surprising.
Yeah.
I'm honestly like, that's crazy how much this made then.
Well, no wonder they were like, we got to do a new Space Jam.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I'm surprised that they didn't. Well, I know that they dropped the idea of doing a sequel because Michael Jordan wasn't interested. But like, they could have done other ones. They could have found someone else at the time.
And I also don't think you want to double dip on the Michael. It's like the appeal of the first one is just like how cool it is to have Michael Jordan. You can't be like, and now we're going to do a franchise of Michael Jordan Bugs Bunny movies. You're like,
but I can also like, if they'd made that today and they would have done that entirely. That's exactly what it would have been. It's a franchise of Michael
It would have
Jordan.
been like, LeBron, you're going to do 10 of these.
Yeah.
And it would have been like, he's not happy about having to take time off of his season to do this. We're not happy to watch them. Like, it's just not the same thing. It also
just really phoning it in.
Yeah, clearly phoning it in. And it's also just like, no one has that sort of cultural cachet right now where it's like, we want to see. It's like LeBron. The thing is, I think LeBron is a funny performer at times.
Yeah.
He's really good in Trainwreck.
He's great in Trainwreck, and I think that's what got him.
I'm sure.
Like the Space Jam.
But he's not playing that same kind of guy. Like, it's and they don't have enough confidence to take it away from the Looney Tunes at times. I think they literally have Rappin' Granny at one point. I'm like, what are you doing? That's a shorthand for something you don't do in a movie like this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh God, I've forgotten how bad that movie is.
I can't now. It's funny now that I'm talking about it. I'm like, it's all I can think about. Yeah.
And then they have like LeBron's fake child and like.
Yeah. Which you got to have a kid so that the audience roots for him.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. They like, at least in this, they had the children, but they weren't like the main.
No, they're in the sideline. They just kind of show up to support.
Yeah.
Which, you know, LeBron's child being like a weird, long part of the plot was just sort of like, I don't know this child. I don't care about
I don't care. Yeah. Just get me to the Looney Tunes.
But I really do think that when execs produce these movies, they go, children need to see themselves in it so they can connect with someone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think that's entirely true.
I don't think that's true.
No, I think a lot of, and it's also, they're thinking about really young kids.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't think that's entirely true. And I think that you got to give kids the credit to just, first of all, you don't need the Looney Tunes and a child. They'll either be like, I want to see Bugs Bunny or I want to see myself.
Yeah.
It's fine to have one.
Yeah. I actually really disagree. Like you said, I disagree with that. But like my partner's got a 6-year-old and she, the movie she's obsessed with, K-pop Demon Hunters. That's not, where are the kids in that?
There's no,
and that she's the most like, she really connects with that more than anything.
You get colorful animation, you get good songs. That's all you have to do. And I think it's fascinating that a lot of times studios are just like, we just don't know how to crack this. And it's like, you do, you're putting too much extra stuff in there. You can make a crowd pleaser. Space Jam is a crowd pleaser.
It is a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
And like,
also, I will say, it's not Roger Rabbit with how good the like live action animation stuff is. But there's some moments in this that I still am just like, I want to understand how they did that.
Yeah.
There's the scene, and I'm sure it's just puppetry, but like the scene where Bugs and Daffy have to sneak into Michael's house.
Oh, that's so well done.
It's so well done. When they're just like doing the tunnel under the turf outside, I was just like, is it just they laid down extra turf and like have a thing running under it or what?
Sure.
Yeah, it looks so good. Yeah. And I was very like, I wanted to see more of that, just sort of like practical puppetry.
It's practical mixed in with animation. And I love any time they do that with in movies. And like, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, or not ask you about, I want to say about this is the other rumor about this is that Joe Pytka did not direct most of this movie.
Who did?
Ivan Reitman.
Oh, I do believe that. Yeah.
I can see it.
Actually, can I say this?
I can cut it.
I'll just say that I vaguely remember getting confirmation on that from someone else who would know firsthand.
Oh, okay.
So you can keep that in.
Okay.
That won't. I'm just like, I don't know if I can. Anyway, but yeah.
Interesting.
I'll talk to you after the
show.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what I'd heard is that like Joe Picker did like a lot of the animation stuff, but not the live action.
Which makes sense.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because it feels very Ivan Reitman as well.
It feels like two separate things, and like the
does.
animation stuff is so important and is enough to be like this guy is at least a co-director on the movie.
Yeah.
But it does not feel like the performance, and maybe that's why you get the kind of performance you do out of both Michael Jordan and like the side characters. But yeah, I could fully see that.
But also like the reason he got this job was because he directed the commercial.
Oh yes.
With the act, which is what started this whole thing off in the first place. It's like there was a commercial of Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
And yeah, it really took off. And then suddenly...
You know what's funny? I feel like it's always basketball where a commercial turns into a movie, like with the Uncle Drew thing that...
oh, yeah.
God, who was that?
God, it was Lil Rel.
Yeah, but who played Uncle Drew? It's not Kevin Durant. It's...
Oh, see, this is where...
Uncle Drew.
Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
See,
crazy. What a time.
Weird.
Yeah, they would never do that with Kyrie now. But also just the idea that they're like, hey, you're going to take your off season. You're going to be in prosthetics every day for a while.
46 million on a 19 budget.
That ain't bad. Also at 19, them being like, we're not spending as much as Space Jam.
No, because also like, the other thing is I feel like they looked at that and they're like, this is not going to do well outside of America.
No, not at all. Even though they did the bad grandpa thing of being like prosthetics and like not stunts, but like making a guy look silly.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not Michael Jordan. There are no Looney Tunes. Yeah. So you can't spend as much money. And you could tell, I'm remembering now, it's like most of the movie is like outdoor courts.
Oh no.
So it is like them being like, we cannot shut down a basketball court to shoot in there.
That's when you know it. That's why it costs 19 million.
Yeah.
In like only a few years ago.
Yeah. I guess that's not they also did, Ted Lasso was a sport thing also of them taking commercial and turning it into a show.
Yeah.
I guess they do that a lot with sports where it's like people like this thing, why don't you just make it longer?
Yeah. Well, Ted Lasso is an interesting one as well because like I don't know, it's the Americanization of a British sport.
Yes.
That's like, but then it's also now it's broad appeal worldwide.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just saw like how much they make an episode now, and it's crazy money. It's crazy money.
It makes sense that it's crazy money because it's like, well, they canceled the show and then brought it back, so everyone's like, if
it wasn't even canceled it. They just brought it to an end, and then they.
Oh, they did. They brought it to an end and then brought it back.
And then Apple said to them, "Please bring it back."
Wow.
It was like it had a natural conclusion.
I guess then it's also it would make sense that they're like, no, you're paying us so much now.
Yeah.
Now that you can just be like, I'm not on a contract.
Yeah, Sudeikis is on like absolutely insane money now.
Well, also Apple has the money to burn. Like, when they do TV stuff, it's funny. It just feels like they're like, this isn't our moneymaker. Who cares? And I'm like, that's beautiful, and I want every company to have that mindset.
Yeah, it's funny as well because it's like Brett Goldstein did not need to come back.
No,
and
I'm sure it didn't want to.
Yeah, I would imagine he didn't want to.
But yeah, I don't know why that's such a strong pipeline of like, look at the way that this commercial worked. Let's make it a feature only in sports.
Yeah, it was also like, do you remember the commercials when they the Ted Lasso ones? I remember. I have like a vague memory because he was like, I don't even know if they named him in them, but like he was just this like coach that was brought in from America to coach Tottenham, and it was for like. It's to promote NBC Sport.
I was about to say, I was like, what was it promoting?
It was like NBC Sport or something like that for when they were like showing the Premier League. It was really just odd.
I feel like a lot of companies now probably want that kind of thing where it's like, we got the celebrity for a commercial, and if it goes well, maybe it'll backdoor into it. And I'm like, it really doesn't work like that.
No.
And they got very lucky these few times, but I think with sports, I wonder if the appeal with sports is that there's a natural plot line for them to follow, and it doesn't have to be an advertisement for it. It's like, you can't have it be like, whoa, everyone really loved this ad for what, I can't even think of a product, for the iPhone.
Yeah.
We're not going to be like, let's make an iPhone ad movie. You know, it's like, there's a natural competition aspect to any sport that it's just like, you got a good idea, just make it a competitive feature.
Yeah. I don't know, but there was a period of time where they were like, any IP, let's turn it into a movie though. But so like, I don't know about like how, I don't know, sometimes they do it well with like Lego, Barbie. Other times it's emoji.
Yeah, and it is a strong. It's like there's no middle ground. It's like it was fine. It's really like it's either really good or it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we get so many of them because they're just like this one will be really good. And it's
Yeah.
like, you guys don't really understand what works when it works is like a strong voice and like the idea that these aren't movies about selling whatever product as much as they are just being like we want to use the thing to just make a movie and people will like it and then go like, hey, I like that name now. I like Lego now because the movie was really good.
Yeah, like how many times do you think you've seen it? Like that wasn't a question I was
Oh
going to ask you.
man, I must be like probably less than I would think, but also probably like 10 plus. Like as a kid alone, I feel like it's a movie that I saw so many. But also when you're a kid, you can watch the movie over and over, and then when you're an adult, you don't remember that.
This is the thing, yeah. This is what I keep finding that people are coming on. Well, when people talk about the kids' movies that they love, like I had someone talking about Jumanji, and he was like, I saw it so many times as a kid, and then like maybe once as an adult.
Yeah, it's hard to look back at something like that and really enjoy it the same because also when you're rewatching it, you are just kind of feeling what you felt again, and it's like not even the same. Sometimes it's like I've forgotten all of this, and then you're just sort of having memories of like, oh yeah, and it's like remembering isn't enjoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is that weird thing, of like, and again, this is like the Ready Player One sort of thing, but it's like the nostalgia. Are you enjoying it, or is it just like you're just remembering?
Yes.
You're just going, oh, okay, this is something that I remember from when I was a child,
Totally.
and this is like now it's being shoehorned in.
Yeah, with Ready Player One, also it's just sort of like it's just going like I recognize.
That's what I mean.
It's not. It doesn't bring me. It's not as fun as being. I'm not like the DeLorean. What the? I'm just sort of like, yeah, I get that's the car from the other thing. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's fascinating. I understand that it's also like that's just a different way that we think that other people do because I do think some people see it and go, it's actually that's really cool. I love that. Oh my god, they got the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I remember this.
Yeah.
That means it's good.
Yeah. Just like, holy shit, they got all of this. And I'm like,
they own it.
Yeah.
Of course
but I'm also like, I guess the contracts are more interesting than just seeing it. Cause I'm like, I don't care that the Iron Giant's running with Batman, whatever.
Yeah,
it also just like, that's kind of what the appeal of, I don't want to shit talk Ready Player One, not just cause I also just feel like, for me, I'm like, that's a movie that's like, not for me. I don't hate it or anything though, but I think the appeal of something like Ready Player One is the same as the appeal of like AI for a lot of people, where it's sort of like, holy shit, I made it so that Spider-Man is fighting Superman, and now I can see what that's like, and I'm like, it's not that interesting, and it's also just like it's fine to just imagine that and be like, okay,
yeah.
Oh,
that's so funny because I remember all those videos, those AI videos coming out, like 6 months ago or something, like people were just making those together and just combining things. And it's just like this. It's not interesting.
It's like you're really intrigued by that. The interest in AI in so many things is just a lack of imagination and the ability to visualize something without story, without anything other than just to be like, whoa, I see it now. I'm like, who cares? That's never been the point. Thing. Like, it also makes me just go like, oh, every time that I've been like, who wants this? With a movie or something, I'm like, oh, I guess it's you.
Yeah.
You are the reason that they do. They're just like, what if we made a Morbius movie? Because you just can't imagine a thing. And it's not enough. It's enough for it to not be good. It's enough to just be like, I see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, movies are silly. AI is silly.
Yeah. But, okay, so back to Space Jam. Like, what's, when you went to that screening, that 30th anniversary one, like, can you tell me more about that then? Like, what was like?
Yeah, it was a weird thing where they took over the lot, they dressed it up. They had people in like Bugs and Lola outfits and like big costumes. And then they just invited us to. It's funny. I've been on the Warner Brothers lot a few times for a few screenings. I went to see one battle after another in VistaVision there because there's only like 2 VistaVision screens in LA, and I was very lucky to see that. And then I went back for Space Jam. So I was like, what 2 wildly different things to see in a very ornate like presentation. Like this is the theater where it's like if they need an award screening or to sort of like woo Academy members or whatever, they'll do it there.
So weird.
But it was just like a very overwhelming. It's also like we got there and I was like, oh, of course this is an influencer event. And it was just like a lot of people really dressed up and taking photos, and I was like, that's fun. I thought I was just coming to watch a movie, but I'm realizing now that this is like a big deal.
You get invited to a lot of those. And then like
I get
realize that they're influencer ones.
not as many influencer events. I feel like I get invited to a lot of screenings where it's just sort of like they're having a Q&A and
Yeah,
I'm on some list where they're just like invite him and he'll write about it on Letterboxd if he likes it, or just like invite him because he knows the people involved or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is the first one in a while where I was just sort of like, oh, this is so people post about it. This is so people take photos and
100%.
Yeah. Which was fine. I just felt very like I don't care that much about any of this.
I weirdly noticed that like with Disclosure Day, actually, they invited so many influencers to the premiere to like.
It's a big part of marketing now. They want to make sure that everyone's posting about it, and I'm like, that makes sense. I do feel a little in my head. I'm like, again, this is a thing where it's like it's just outside of our world. Where I'm like, if I saw an influencer post about a movie, I wouldn't be like, okay,
yeah.
But also, it's like we watch movies enough that we don't need that. It's for the people who are like, I only follow these influencers.
Yeah,
oh, they said this movie was good. I didn't hear about it. Yeah.
Strange. Yeah. It's just not a world that I understand.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, me neither.
But yeah, it's like I 100% would have gone to that Space Jam one though. I would have said yeah.
I'm glad I went, and I'm glad I went with a friend because otherwise I would have just been like, okay. They did have a lot of cool like memorabilia from the production.
That's cool.
Like they even just like I think there was like marketing from the era that it was coming out, where it's like Michael Jordan dolls, or like the first like big banner of them promoting the movie saying like coming 1996 or whatnot.
Oh, that's cool.
That was cool to see, and like sort of like early animation storyboards and cells. So I'm glad I got to see that, but it felt like they sort of like put that inside on the way into the movie, just being like, come have all this fun, take photos. And it's like, also this stuff. I'm like, this is the interesting stuff. This is the museum of Michael Jordan right
here. Yeah, like put that, like
front
get
center.
everyone, yeah. Oh, I would have loved that. Yeah, I used to weirdly used to love the like Planet Hollywood stuff where they had all the memorabilia.
No, it's great. I still love it. In LA, they have the Academy Museum, and they have so many little exhibits where it's just stuff like that, and they switch out like costumes all the time, and it's just
that's great.
So fun getting to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's such a fun aspect to the movies as well. Like I love all the behind the scenes stuff. And yeah, I feel like that's another thing that we're missing a lot now is like all the behind the scenes of these movies because we don't have. Well, we do have Blu-ray and everything, but they're not really like they don't put the effort in anymore.
It's really a thing where like if they're putting the effort in, it's like something they had to push for. It's like an independent film where they just
or as a Criterion maybe like.
But I really respect when a filmmaker insists on that being a thing because I do think so much of people's film knowledge and understanding of how to make movies was from watching behind the scenes. And like, I want more of that.
Yeah.
I feel like if I made a movie and I would be like, I want to break down everything. I want to be like, here's a version of the movie without the effects done, so you can see like
that'd be great. Yeah. I saw Obsession last week and Curry Baker, and then like, all the videos I'm getting now are like Curry Baker breaking everything down and like showing behind the scenes and everything. I'm like, really perfect.
Love. And I think young filmmakers should be doing it. It's like, where did they learn to make films? On YouTube. Might as well like spread the wealth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He kind of gets like what people are looking for and like that's exactly how it should be done.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else about that you can remember about Space Jam that we haven't talked about really? Like other than what we have gone into, is there anything to do with you that we haven't talked about in Space Jam?
I don't think so. What other thing? Oh my gosh. Okay, here's an insane thing. I'm on the Wikipedia for Space Jam: A New Legacy because of a Letterboxd review that I wrote, in which I talk about, and I can say that this it's a lie. It was a joke that I wrote in my Letterboxd review saying that I got asked to do Punch Up for Space Jam: A New Legacy. And I just kept trying to get references to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants in there because it's a Warner Brothers piece of IP. And it made Malcolm D. Lee, the director of Space Jam Legacy, yell at me. And it's like, you read the thing and it's like, this is probably a joke, but I can't tell. And I'm like, it's kind of clearly a joke.
That's very obviously a joke.
The way I wrote it, I think because it starts as me saying I did Punch Up for a thing. And it's like, well, I have before, so maybe he's telling the truth. But it's like, when you get to like, I kept doing it and he yelled at me and then apologized by putting the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants girls in the movie, I'm like, you're insane to not think this is a joke.
Yeah.
But like, I that was a Letterboxd review that I made. Also, I was talking to someone from, actually, I know a new basketball movie that's might be, I was talking to someone from Sony for a while, and they saw that review, and they were like, is this real? And I was like, I forgot that people can see this, that like executives can see this. And I was like, I had to be like, it's not real.
Yeah.
GOAT, the Steph Curry movie.
Yeah.
Must be now. I'm like, that movie was shockingly big.
That was Yeah, that was a big
And
movie.
I think theatrical release. So
194. It's close. 194.
really,
194.
GOAT hasn't beat Space Jam.
No.
Not even unadjusted for inflation. Holy shit, that's actually very shocking to me because I thought that movie was massive.
I thought it was massive as
Yeah.
well. I was actually going on to it expecting it to have cleared that, but no, it's not. It didn't clear.
What was the
it.
budget?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say a budget.
It also is probably like that's probably not too much more than it's. Oh god, I mean it might have been like 100 million, but it's just like damn.
Yeah, it's the one that yeah, I reckon it did not do that well. Like the budget and what
Interesting.
budget wise.
I guess I'm also like I didn't hear about it for a while after that, but I was just like, well, it's a kids movie.
Yeah,
That's so fascinating to me.
that is fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, Sony.
God, and it was also Steph Curry as well. Like,
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I didn't.
I think
No,
this is
I
the
was
point,
like,
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
If I had like kids or like nieces or nephews, I'd be like, yeah, I'll watch GOAT with them, but I don't.
I think my partner's 6-year-old tried to watch it and
Mhm.
she just wasn't interested.
It doesn't have as much of an appeal as something like K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating. She also didn't like Sheep Detectives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I was like, oh, she's gonna love this.
I still haven't seen it, but
haven't seen
everyone
it,
I've known who saw it loved it so much.
Yeah,
I'm like, I should just go before a show one day this week.
yeah. I'm sure it's actually decent, but it's
Yeah.
just like 6-year-old. It's not really her.
Right. No.
She's not the
Everyone I know is like a grown adult being like, it made me cry. I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's for 6-year-olds then.
yeah. It also seems a bit dark for her.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's us with Space Jam. I want to talk to you now about. Actually, you know what? I want to try this. I've not tried this, but I want to try this. If you're all right, I want to try this game with you, like to
Mhm.
see. It's a game that I saw on TikTok. I want to credit them. It's this TikTok channel, Watch with Apollo,
Yeah.
and they do a thing where it's movie 501, and so it's Rotten Tomatoes scores, and it's like a darts thing. So you're trying to get from 501 to 0 as quickly as possible.
Okay.
And so if I say to you like a category, and then you kind of like trying to get to the bottom as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Where it's like, if I say a movie, it's like, then you take that Rotten Tomatoes score
Yeah,
with.
and we'll add it up, and I'll try and get like if you can do it as quickly as possible.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
All right. So I guess with this then I can give you sports movies.
Shit. Okay.
Are you not? Are you not
No.
good at sports?
No. I'm just mean because I was like, if you go animation, I know how to do this, but sports movies. Like,
Sports
fuck.
animation feels very easy.
Yeah, it does. That's why I was like, here we go.
And
All right.
and it's because you're such a like movie buff. I was like, I don't want to give you animation.
No, I'd be like Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4, and then a shitty animation movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So sports movies. What is like one of the most beloved sport? I'm trying to think. Okay, Remember the Titans.
Okay.
I know it's not gonna be that, but still, I gotta clear some chaff away.
Okay, that is 72.
Okay, Love and Basketball.
86.
72 plus 86 is 160.
158.
Okay, 158. 158. Okay, fucking Hoop Dreams.
Oh, great one. That's gonna be like 100.
Yeah. I want to say 95.
98.
Okay. Sorry. So 158 plus
256.
256. Okay. There's ones that I'm embarrassed to be missing right now. Sports movies. Any Given Sunday.
That is what? 51.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was a well-received
Hey,
movie.
me too.
307.
307. I, Tonya. Gotta get it in there.
That is 90.
Yep.
397.
397. Ah,
So
shit.
you've
Okay.
done 5.
Coach Carter. Damn, I'm already got too many in there.
63.
63 shit.
460. So you need 41.
Challengers.
Challenges.
Wait, I need
gonna go over.
41?
Yeah.
Oh god, okay. Shit. Airbud. No, it's gonna be too high. Wait. Fever Pitch.
Oh, good. Which one?
The Jimmy Fallon one.
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, I was gonna say 66.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Okay.
I thought you had it.
I honestly was like, oh, that might be too high. Well, I should have done like Major League or something.
You can still keep going. Like you can keep going.
Well, didn't I bust?
You must be. I'll give you one more.
Okay, instead of that?
Yeah.
All right, let me do Major League 2.
Major League 2. 5.
5? What's Major League 1?
These baseball movies, I'm not gonna know the 83.
Yeah, I knew.
Fuck, that's
I
a
knew
huge distance.
insane. Airbud 7th inning fetch.
That's how do you what is that?
7th. You can use just 7th inning fetch.
Yeah.
That might be a direct to DVD.
There's no reviews.
Okay. Well, then just Airbud. I know, the Airbud's gonna be too high. Airbud's good.
50.
Oh, fuck.
So what are you at now? You're at 465.
465. What do I need?
So you need 36.
I'm not gonna do it.
No.
The thing, it's hard to think of like a sports movie where it's like, yeah, we all think that one really sucks.
I can think of one that really sucks.
Yeah.
Benchwarmers.
It's gonna be too high, I think.
You think it's gonna be higher than 36?
I think so. Also, I think I like the Benchwarmers.
I don't mind it. It's just that I 13.
Whoa! Damn. Okay, I was wrong. Oh my God. United Passions.
What is that?
It's that fucking Sepp Blatter movie that they made. That's like just propaganda.
Oh, Gerard Depardieu.
Yeah, it might be 0.
It's 0.
Yeah, I don't. Oh my God, this is so hard.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. 36 is a hard one to get.
Yeah. What are bad sports movies?
I mean, a lot of sports movies aren't reviewed that well.
Semi-Pro
Wasn't that like
might be higher too.
23?
Okay.
Oh, you're back in it.
All right. Damn.
You're at 488.
So I need 20.
23.
I need another 23?
Wait. 20. Is that right? No. You need 13.
Oh my God. Okay. A 13.
That's hard.
Yeah. Wow.
Also, love that you didn't say Space Jam at any point.
Well, I'm like, it's too high. I know it's not.
It's not.
Yeah. What is Space
We
Jam?
haven't talked about the score. It's where is it now? I keep losing the tab.
What are some of the worst sports movies?
Oh, okay. I see one.
You do?
I see one. I don't know if you can see it.
Balls Up?
Yeah. Did that get reviewed well? I don't think it did.
I think it might. Oh, am I thinking of Balls Out?
What is?
There's a movie that was called Intramural that was changed to either Balls Up or Balls Out.
Intramural.
Yeah, it's actually good. Is why I'm like, that's not. I had a bunch of friends who worked on it, including Nick and Brian.
23.
23, unjust. I need a 13. I'm not gonna get exactly a 13, but let's do Balls Up. Oh, that is it?
Yeah,
oh, then that's not the right movie. Try Balls Out. That's just the other movie.
Jake Lacey?
Yeah.
87.
Yeah, see, that's right.
Yeah, okay. That's the one you were talking about. That's
No, that's the movie that my friends made. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I see Nick on there.
Oh, what is
Balls
that?
Up is the Mark Wahlberg one. It just came out.
Oh, I missed me.
Straight to Amazon.
What is that ping pong? Not Marty Supreme. It's like a.
Oh yeah.
Is it Balls of Fury?
Yes, that could do it.
Come on, Balls of Fury.
That could do it. 22.
Oh,
Fuck.
Too good. Damn. Can you look up worst sports movies? Because I'm just curious. I'm like, what else could be? And also, I just see so many things there that I'm like, that's good though.
Does that count? The Love Guru?
Isn't it like about a hockey player technically?
Yes.
The Love Guru's got like 8.
You want to go with that one?
Sure. Then we'll just need even lower.
Oh, is that going to make it too hard?
No. I love the challenge.
13.
Oh,
there
this
we
whole
go.
time. Okay, the
there
Love
we go.
Guru.
You did it.
Oh my God.
Christ. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to
Yeah.
take. Not because
You know what's funny is I thought about the Love Guru pretty quickly because I was like, that's a bad movie, and I forgot it was about a guy who's trying to. It's like I think someone is a hockey player in it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think I've
movie.
seen it since it came out. I have no memory of it.
There's
other than like it being
that's your brain being kind.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, rough.
But hey, you're the first candidate to do this.
Yeah. Let's see if you can beat 9.
9. And also, you're the movie buff. Like you're a movie buff. Like you will inevitably do better than a lot of people. I feel
Let's
like.
hope. I think the fun thing about that though is discovering a movie is lower or higher than you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I find that a lot on this podcast.
Yeah.
As well. It's like when I go to like pull the list of like movies that are low rated and everything. Like I had no idea Jumanji was low rated. You would not expect that.
I wouldn't know. It's also because like the new ones I think are pretty highly rated.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So it's funny to be like, these are better culturally.
This is what it's. But then like you look at the reviews and it's like people still people liked it in the reviews.
Yeah.
This is the thing that doesn't make sense with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's move on to the final segment then, which is we talked about this before, but a movie that is well reviewed and well loved that you actually think is a bad movie.
There was one that immediately came to mind, and then I was like, "Ooh, wait, can I do one that's more of a hot take?" And I actually don't want to do the hot take one because I know people will yell at me, and I don't.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But the one that I am gonna pick, which I stand by, because I gave it a second shot and was like, "Nope, not for me." Oh, wait, no, I have a new. Now I'm like,
I'm so intrigued.
Do I fan the flames or do I just go? People be like, "Oh, sure." You decide.
Fan the flames.
Wicked isn't good. Wicked is a bad movie. Like I'm sorry, it's, and I don't. No, I immediately regret this. Actually,
no, stick with it. 'Cause I agree with you. I agree.
The thing, I'm not and I say a bad movie like it's an objective thing. I really don't like Wicked. I think both Ariana and Cynthia Erivo are giving great performances in that movie. It's really the direction.
Yeah.
I just am like, I don't like a musical that's shot this way. I don't like a musical where the big dance numbers are just a camera running over a crowd doing all the same. It just feels like it's very unspecific. I think that John Chu is a big blockbuster guy for a reason.
Yeah.
I just don't think I like the way he directs.
Do you like In the Heights?
I did not.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. So also like In the Heights is the show is my favorite show of all time.
Oh yeah.
I did not like the movie that much.
I remember seeing the movie with a bunch of friends and just being like, "Oh, is this what this is? I don't think I like this." And I think it's also just like, it is a thing that doesn't work for me. And I think it is just like a very modern way of shooting musicals. And I'm just like, I really don't like.
Yeah.
I think he's a guy that shoots with coverage. And I'm just like, I want specific. I want choreography in the camera. I don't want to just be like, look, you can see them all. You can see all the moves. I think, it's just so modern in a way that I really don't like, and it looks bad.
I think that's when you look at like West Side Story and the Spielberg one that just came out, and like you look at the coverage on that, and like you're talking about shooting within the camera, and like the choreography within the camera, so well done in that.
Although you
don't like it.
I don't like the new West Side Story either. Which is, and I'm like, I want to give it another shot because the original West Side Story is one of my favorite movies, which I think is why I was like, oh, it's not. And you know what it is? Janusz Kaminski, Spielberg's DP, loves to desaturate a little bit. And it's like, it's a movie shot on film that is so vibrant and beautiful. And I'm like, the original has a way that it looks and it's very technical and whatnot. So when I watch this, I'm just sort of like, oh, I don't want Spielbergian 2000s realism. I want beautiful, bountiful color. But I also, it's not that it's a bad movie. I think it's just comparing it to the original is so hard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wicked, I had no conception of the play.
Same.
I went into it blind, and I was just sort of like, oh, okay. And then I went and saw it again, being like, I think I saw it 3 times.
What?
No, you know what? I saw it 2.5 times. Okay. One time I was just like, I'm giving up.
Yeah.
But I was just like, it's not for me. No, I didn't even bother.
Part 2 is so much worse.
Ugh. And that's what even the people who liked it said.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I think I'm just not gonna. I don't want to be. I'm not someone who's like, I can't wait to make fun of this. I'm like, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah. It's just like part 2 makes part 1 look so much better.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy because like part 1 is so, it's just boring.
It is, and it's like they do a lot. I think a lot of times people mix having color up with just like being a colorful movie, and it's like that is a movie that has color, but the way that it's used with the light and stuff just makes it look so drab and flat, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's just the staging or the blocking or what, but I don't know. And I really don't like it. It feels like they put a lot of work into the production design to be like, it's kind of like if we filmed the stage musical. I'm like, but I don't want that. I want a movie that feels separate from like, look at all the things in this shot. And I will say though, the dancing through life sequence in the library, I was like, this is the closest I get to being like, this is what I want from a musical.
Yeah,
and I think
I
Jonathan
agree with
Bailey is so charming in it, and it's so fun. The rest of the movie I was not on board with.
It's interesting because I also went back and watched Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Like not long afterwards, and I was like, this is how you do it.
It's such an unfair comparison.
I know it's an unfair comparison, but like at the same time, you're making it based off of the IP of that.
They did this thing with the PR that I really hate when movies do, when they're just like, they show you the behind the scenes to be like, we really built all this. I'm like, you built a flat version of it and then covered it up in CG. Yeah. Stop saying that you did this. Yeah. It feels like a lie, and I know that it works for people because people will be like, they really built that train. I'm like, no, they didn't build the train you're seeing. They built a train for backgrounds, and then they shot it in shallow focus and then covered it all up with CG. Yeah. Because they had to match it with the moving shots of the train. And I'm just like, it's very frustrating because you can tell when you look at it that is not there. Yeah. And I'm like, I understand when you have to do that. I'm not like everything should be practical, but don't build a thing and then tell us we built it. And it just feels very frustrating.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
I'll say the other movie that I was going to say. Shape of Water.
Oh, interesting.
I don't like The Shape of Water.
I would not expect that.
I really didn't like it. And I think it's like, this is the way that I think a lot of people feel about Del Toro stuff, at least that I've talked to, where it's like, we love him so much and really root for everything he's doing for the industry. Yeah. And sometimes his movies, I'm just like, I don't know.
I felt that with Nightmare Alley.
Well, I looked back at my review of Nightmare Alley recently because I was talking about it with a friend and I didn't remember what I said or what I thought of it, which is pretty much the only reason I'm on Letterboxd. And I was like, oh, I liked Nightmare Alley, but I don't remember it very well. Shape of Water, though, I remember going to see it and just being like, I don't. And I felt like I was crazy because it was like I went to a very early screening where it was like Academy voters were there and Del Toro and Vanessa Taylor, his co-writer, were there. Yeah. And I was just sort of like, I feel bad. I think everyone loved this and I really didn't like it. And then I watched it again at home with a friend being like, I was just wrong. And I was like, no, I really don't like this. And I just feel like it's like allegorically it doesn't work for me. Trying to tie in like this merman to civil rights and just sort of making it a weirdly sexual story, and then just so much stuff with Michael Shannon and the fairy tale of all, just like it all doesn't. It's pieces of interesting stuff, but I was like, it doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I that was one that when it came out, I was like, I don't need this to be like, this isn't a fight I want to have. I don't care if people like it. And then it won Best Picture, and I was just like, really?
Yeah, that I was shocked by.
Yeah, I was just like, I really don't, because that felt a little bit like, well, Del Toro, I mean, he made Pan's Labyrinth, and I'm like, Pan's Labyrinth is great.
Pan's Labyrinth is a classic.
But I am just a little, I was just shocked that like when you look back in the like analysis of like what won what year, you can kind of go like, I understand why that one, I understand why that one. And with Shape of Water, I'm just like, I really don't understand.
Yeah, that's one where I'm like, I always forget that it won, and then I go back and I'm like, oh, that's really strange. Because I'm trying to remember what year did it.
I want to say 2017. And there are like movies where I'm like, oh, I cynically can see why Green Book won. I can cynically see why this won. But Shape of Water, I'm like, I'm not cynical about that movie, and even in a cynical lens, I'm like, I don't understand it. What was it up against?
That's what I'm trying to find now. 90th. So that was the 90th Academy Awards, and it beat.
Is it the year of Get Out?
It's the year of a lot of good movies.
Oh my god!
So it's Call Me by Your Name.
Crazy.
Get Out. Yeah. Lady Bird.
Oh my.
Phantom Thread.
Jesus Christ.
3 Billboards. The Post. 3 Billboards. The Post and Darkest Hour and Dunkirk.
3 Billboards, The Post, and Darkest Hour are the ones where I'm just like, even though I'm like, The Post is not bad. It's
Post
fine.
Is fine.
3 Billboards I think is an evil movie.
Yeah, I agree.
I never saw Darkest Hour. I was like, I don't care. But Call Me by Your Name, Lady Bird, Get Out, and Dunkirk is crazy.
That is crazy.
That they were like Shape of Water.
Yeah. Although I also don't like Dunkirk.
I love Dunkirk, but I'm also like, it's not a Best Picture. It's like wow, this is a really solid Nolan movie to me.
Yeah.
But crazy.
Crazy that out of all of those, The Shape. It makes me wonder if there were just too many competing, and then it just like slipped in.
Maybe I could see Call Me by Your Name and Get Out splitting. I don't, but even that, I'm like, it's just wild to me.
Like, I don't know. I feel like Dunkirk must have been up there for it.
Oh, I'm sure.
I imagine it was close, and then Get Out.
Yeah,
it was just. Yeah, from that list, Get Out should have won it.
I could see a world in which it was like if they ever released the, and they shouldn't release the vote tallies because then it's like
no, they should never release the vote.
One film just gonna be like, okay, I got the lowest for everything, great. But if they ever did, I'm like, I would bet that Get Out was second.
Yeah,
which is so insane that a movie about race and blackness lost to a movie that's just sort of like it's kind of like being a fish, honestly. Wow.
Yeah. I saw The Shape of Water at the London Film Festival, I remember, and I had the same thing of like he was there, his co-writer was there, and a bunch of people, everyone loved it there. I really enjoyed it there, and then like thinking back, and I was like, it's good, but it's not like amazing.
Sure. And there's a lot of stuff in it where I'm just sort of like, that's cool, that's fun.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make a movie that I think that I personally really enjoyed, and so I was just.
I wouldn't even put it as a picture nominee, to be honest.
No, I'm really sure. It feels like at most it's like a really solid B movie. I really don't it's I think one of the reasons that it just feels like an unfathomable thing to me is like, you know, when people are come out of the movie and they're like, it's fine, and they see everyone loved it and they're like, okay, actually it sucks.
Yeah.
I try to not do that. So I feel like that's what I do with Shape of Water sometimes, and I'm just like, I'm trying to hold back from saying I think it sucks because I don't, but I am just like, I'm floored that anyone would have remembered it. I feel like in a different year it'd be like, oh yeah, that was cool, that was a cute thing he did.
Yeah.
And then he went on to make like Crimson Peak and stuff, and I'm like, well, no one even thinks about that, so why is this not the same thing?
Yeah, I kind of like put it on the same level as those.
Yeah,
it's like Crimson Peak and Nightmare Alley, where I'll be like, yeah, they're fine,
right?
I don't know. It's strange. It's very strange, very odd, and I think I think him winning those is to make up for Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. It wasn't. I feel like it was Pan's Labyrinth and something else where it's like, well, it's Del Toro. I can only think of Kronos for something. Not Hellboy either.
No, definitely. Blade
what
2.
else did he do? Yeah, no.
Pacific Rim. No, that's it. Yeah.
Damn.
Devil's Backbone, Mimic, Hellboy, Pinocchio, Frankenstein.
Huh.
Yeah, that's it.
Well then.
It's Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, I guess so. People, I mean, it's a great movie.
It is. I love Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah,
that's like one of my favorite movies. Yeah. So that's definitely a hot take with Wicked. But like, I take that back. I don't think it is a hot take. I know a lot of people that do not.
I know a lot of people who don't like it too, but I also know the people who love it, and I think they always think I'm like trying to take it. I'm like, I don't know. You should love it. I'm great. It's great that you like it.
Enjoy it.
I do not.
Yeah.
But I also think I'm weirdly particular about musicals. I think I don't like a lot of modern musicals because they are shot like they're trying to adapt a stage thing. I'm like, I don't care about the stage musical. I don't want to see the stage. I want to see a movie.
Yeah.
I want cinematography.
Yeah.
I think I'm always just, I don't know. It's also a thing that I think is like, and this just makes me sound like an old man yelling at a cloud now, but like, there's a weird like TikTokification of things where it's like dancing is so vertical now because of TikTok that I'm like, well, I want to see horizontal movement. I want to see stuff that feels like they're moving around in a space very specifically.
Yes.
I want to see camera work and movement and like choreography that feels like
it's really missing.
Yeah.
It's really missing from musicals now. And it's like, I look back on like some of the old musicals and I'm like, this is so fun.
Yes.
And like, especially like the ones from like the 40s and 50s and like that peak musical time. I don't know. It's so different.
They're like
and
interacting with each other, like with the set in an interesting way. Yeah.
I rewatched. I saw. What was it last year or the year before? I went to see An American in Paris but we watched it on like one of those outdoor screenings, and it's just like it's so fun to see the movement and the like you say, the interaction of like the everything is just so purposeful.
Right. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And it's not even like one of the better musicals. It's just so interesting to see.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, also, but like Gene Kelly in particular, it's like he puts so much into everything, and it's not something you get with a lot of artists now. Yeah. Which I understand. It's like you don't have to be as much of a Renaissance man as you used to.
Yeah.
But I am just like, I miss dancers. I miss when it was like the biggest actors in the world are also athletes.
Yeah.
And not in a way where it's like they have to be in a fighting movie every year. I'm like, I want someone who's like, I want Vin Diesel to be a dancer. Like, why isn't he? I feel like it's his calling.
Oh, he started in breakdancing.
Yeah, bring it back, dude. I bring it. I when I saw RRR, I was like, they put a dance sequence in here, and it does feel like it's one of the scenes where you recognize how athletic they have to be to do this.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I wish Americans saw that and go, got it. I want to show that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of did, but like where they were like, okay, well, the song is fun, but like, no, you're missing everything else about it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. To bring it back round. You said about you're talking about dancing and everything, and how you want that. And you put a lot of it into your videos as well. I feel like, and is that something that's like really important to you?
Yeah, I've always loved dancing. I consider myself a dancer.
Yeah, you definitely are.
And I I think it's also like, as much as I love planning. I think I'm big on, when I'm writing something, it's planning. And I think that when I shoot something with dance, it's because I love moving, but I also love choreography, and I love planning, and I love reveals, and I love the idea of like the body is a physical sort of like a way to do comedy and stuff. And I think it's just so fun to include dance in everything I do. But yeah.
There's a really good secret. There's like an amazing sequence in one of your September videos where you're dancing in something and it's rotating, and it's just like, I love that so much because it's so intentional and it's so thought out.
Yeah.
And you have to really choreograph it so specifically.
Yeah, we had to do a lot of being like, okay, what can I do before the thing is fully rotated so I don't reveal the thing up top. But it also is like, with a lot of the September videos, it's the Paul Newman thing again, where I'm like, people are like, wow, it's great, and I'm just like, yeah, and I can only see that like I did this move and I should have done this move, or like, oh, I missed the choreography on this. But it's also like, we didn't do choreography until the very last one, because I was just like, I just want to focus on the reveals, and it was a lot of me directing while acting, and I had to do a lot of learning as I went along.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, it's great. Like, I love those videos so much. I know you never. I'm not gonna say never, but like, I know you don't want to.
Yeah,
go back to
I don't intend to go back.
Yeah,
I'm always just like, well, if I had the time, I'd just do a new thing.
It's so funny because I went back and rewatched them all, and it's so funny, the very first one to the very last one. It's what I love about it is like, there's a move in each one of them that you incorporate and you add to each one, and you like, so you just keep building on each of them.
It was very funny. I started dating someone and she had never heard of it, thank God. And I was just like, oh, I feel like this is a big part of my lore. You should watch them. And I was like, watch them on your own time. She's like, I'm gonna watch them now. And it was just us on the phone, and she's watching them. I was like, fuck, okay. And just like, it is fun to sort of see it through someone else's eyes and just have it be like, oh my God. Like, every time it goes up, I'm like, well, yeah, that was the point. I wanted people to go like, holy shit. Yeah. And it was fun to do, but at a certain point, you're just like, I can't keep doing this. And also, it's so much work and so much money.
That's the
and
thing, yeah. Like, that last one was like 8 minutes long and
cost me $40,000.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I can see it. I can see why.
And it's like, in the end, it's like, well, it raised $1 million. So it's like, what a good multiplier.
It raised $1 million.
It raised $1 million. Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations. Like,
Thank you.
That's incredible.
I did lose $40,000 though. But I also, it's like, all for a good cause. But I also am just sort of like, there's only, and I did that on purpose at the end, being like, I want to spend the most money to just go out.
Yeah.
But I also just think there's only so many things I can do with that's fun, that doesn't feel like now it's a puzzle and a challenge. And I'm like, well, if I have that energy, I'd like to put it into something that feels more like driven in a way. It was like, those were things that I did. I'm being like, this is me directing. This is me making a video that is like an exercise for people to see. Yeah. I'm a director. Yeah. And I was like, I'd rather just be a director.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's great. And please keep doing what you do. Like, you it's so good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I really enjoy it. And it's like, it's again, it's like, a lot of this stuff is my way into like discovering your stuff. But now, like, now I see you on Dropout all the time. I see you like do so many different things, and like, it's so funny seeing you on Dropout and seeing, like, because I know a bunch of the Dropout people as well, and so like, I'm friends with like Brennan and Reka, and so I just see when I see you pop up with them, I'm like, oh, it's great. I love
Gangs all together.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been really nice. It's like, do you I guess people know how to find you, but like, I'll put your
please. I'm at
down,
Electrolemon everywhere, I think. except for the places I met Demi Adejuyigbe.
Yeah.
You got to figure out which is which. And I have a show that I'm doing in Edinburgh this summer called Demi Adejuyigbe Sells Out. It's every day, August 5th to the 30th at the Pleasance Queen Dome, 6:45.
Nice.
Come and see it.
Queen Dome, great. That's gonna be.
Everyone has that response. I'm just like, what is? I think I don't know what the Queen
It's a
Dome is.
great room.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yay.
No, it's really fun.
Yeah.
I think I saw Jordan Brooks in there a couple years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And that was like he was doing like a full-on musical sort of thing.
It's not a full-on musical, but I do have. I think I'm gonna try and make it bigger for Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a really you'll love that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Nice. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.